Hello agents and welcome to my boss by boss guide for the Dark Hours raid on the Division 2. I have covered guides like this in the past for Dark Hours and Iron Horse, but I have recently put a team together to find the easiest ways to beat these two raids in Title Update 12. We have so many more builds now than when I made these guides in the past, and it's got so much easier. My aim of these guides is not to give you world record runs, but instead a very comfortable method that you and your team can use to beat both raids with ease after some practice. We were able to get a 22-minute Dark Hours run with these methods and a 49-minute Iron Horse run. Both times can be improved with the same method and improved on more as you get more comfortable in bringing harder hitting builds. You can also flawless both raids with these methods. Today we are covering Lucy and Buddy on Dark Hours. I'm going to go over all the roles, the builds that you'll want for those roles, and I'll explain our strategy. If you want to see any of the builds in more detail, then they'll be linked down in my video description along with all of the other boss guides for Dark Hours and Iron Horse. While you are there, you'll also find a link to the best division community on Discord, which I am a founder of, and if you'd rather just get help by another team through these raids, then we have raid teams on PC, PlayStation and Xbox that can help you. These guides are for players that want to form their own teams and maybe become one of our raid teams one day. At the end of the video I will show you a full run of Lucy and Buddy using the builds and strategies that I suggest. And before we get going, can I just ask that you like and share this video to show it some support, and if you are new to the channel then be sure to hit subscribe to help me towards my goal of 40,000 subscribers in 2021. The first role for Lucy and Buddy that we are going to discuss is the Overwatch Opportunistic role. This role will be a common theme throughout all of these boss by boss guides because it gives your team so much extra damage. It works better on some bosses than others, but even if you're only using part of the build, it is better than not having it. The build for this role looks like this. You want to run the Survivalist specialization with a concussion grenade, you want a Scorpio shotgun, and the secondary and side armor up to you. For the gear pieces, you want to run the Coyote mask, Badger Tough ammo dump holster, and the Fox's Prayer knee pads. The other three pieces can be Providence, or 2-piece Providence and a Gruppo, or 1-piece Providence, 1-piece Gruppo and 1-piece Seska. They all do the same thing, and you want the Overwatch talent on the chest piece and the Opportunistic talent on the backpack. Crit damage should be rolled on every single piece with weapon damage, and you'll want 2 pieces with weapon handling and the rest crit chance. Throw 3 crit damage mods in, and the skills that you want to use are the Revive Hive and then a crowd control skill like the Assault Turret, a Decoy or a Striker Drone. The purpose of this build is to be in cover and give all of your team members 12% extra damage with Overwatch. You will also shoot key targets with the Scorpio to proc Opportunistic, which gives all your team members 10% damage, and you are going to do some crowd control as well. On Buddy and Lucy, this role is going to be on Buddy's side. Somebody else is going to hit Buddy's laptop and bring Buddy into this corner, and you'll just want to be in cover to proc Overwatch and shoot Buddy with a Scorpio to proc Opportunistic. The health bars are crucial here, so everyone should be looking at them to make sure that they stay in line. Somebody from Lucy's side will call to burn Buddy when the time is right, and then you just need to finish him. Another common role that you'll see through all of these guides is the Tardigrade role. We have someone run an exotic Tardigrade chest piece all the way through both raids to give the team that extra survivability, and it keeps people up. The build for this role looks like this. You will want a grenade launcher specialization for the extra damage to target out of cover that it gives you, and for the explosion that it will soak up every 60 seconds. This perk is invaluable on both of the raids. And then for the weapons, you'll just want to go with whatever you're comfortable with. I go with the Eagle Bearer and the Baker's Dozen, and my sidearm is the TDI card custom. With this sidearm, it gives me a skill tier when I equip it, and what I can do to take advantage of that is switch to it before I use a Revive Hive to pick up a teammate. I can then switch back to another weapon to carry on shooting while the Hive picks them up, and what the sidearm does, it gives the Hive 2 charges so that I can then pick the Hive back up after I've got up my teammate. For the gear pieces, I've gone with 2-piece Providence and 1-piece Gruppo, but 3-piece Providence will work the same to give you the same set bonuses, and I have the named Fox's Prayer knee pads with the exotic Tardigrade chest piece. What this chest piece does is give bonus armor to each of your team if their armor is depleted, and they can make use of this every 45 seconds. It also works for yourself, and getting kills with your grenade launcher specialization will refresh the 45-second cooldown for whoever is on it. My backpack talent is perfect vigilance, but normal is fine, and you'll want to tailor the last piece to the main weapon that you use. As I am using an assault rifle, I have gone with Fenris. All pieces should have crit chance and crit damage rolls on them apart from the chest piece, and you want to have 3 crit damage mods on as well. The skills you want to use on this build is a Revive Hive and anything else that is required for each boss. On the Lucy and Buddy boss fight, apart from the build, the Tardigrade role will count as a DPS role, and we'll cover that soon. The healer role is the final role we get to cover before the DPS role. This role is used for every boss except for one in these boss by boss guides for Dark Hours and Iron Horse. Although the role tasks will change at times, the build can stay the same throughout, and it looks like this. You'll want to run a survivalist specialization for its healing properties, and then I have the Scorpio and designated hitter as the weapons. The sidearm does not matter at all, and the most important part of this build, besides from being able to heal people, is that it is 4-piece future initiative, and you'll have these in the mask, chest, holster and knee pad slots, and you also want to have repair skills rolled onto all of them. Future initiative comes with a lot of healing properties, but also the ground control talent. This talent gives every member of your team 15% extra damage if they are at full armor, and the future initiative chest piece ups this to 25% extra damage. You then want to have the BTSU gloves so that you can refresh hives and overcharge when it is needed, and you want an Alps backpack. The talent on this is up to you. I feel that the build gives enough heals anyway, so I go opportunistic and proc it from time to time with the Scorpio. I know we already have a role covering opportunistic, but it's an additional option if needed. I have the Incendiary Grenade for crowd control, and you want to have the Restorer Hive and a Chem Launcher for heals. I mix up the 3 mods with Skill Haste and Repair Skill mods. On Lucy and Buddy, we have the healer start off the fight by hitting the button. You need to make sure that everybody is ready and in position, and before you hit the button, you want to throw your hive out to the teammates who are going to be covering Buddy. After the button is pressed, you'll get in cover by Lucy's laptop and wait for her to perform a first 360 spin. After this, press the laptop and you'll get an eye, and you'll be able to take her to the left room. You want to jump behind this counter, and then your only job from here will be to fire chems at the 2 teammates in front of you who are standing on the box. You'll be the only person at this point who is vulnerable to Lucy's 360 spin, so make sure that you dodge that. The DPS role is the final role that will be given to everybody else, so at this point you will already have somebody allocated to the Overwatch Opportunistic role, the Tardigrade role and the healer role. So the remaining 5 people want to put on a good DPS build, and with the way we are set up, an Unbreakable Vigilance DPS build is perfect. You'll be getting all sorts of extra damage from the team buff, so having Unbreakable on the chest piece will just add a ton of survivability to the team also. And this stacks with the Tardigrade too, so if your armor gets depleted, you'll get your armor back plus the bonus armor. A good way to do this build is like this. You want to have the Grenade Launcher specialization for the damage to target out of cover and the immunity to an explosion every 60 seconds. You then want to run with the weapons that work best for you. I go with the Eagle Bearer and the Baker's Dozen, but your favourite assault rifle or rifle will also work. And then I go with the TDI card custom, again just to be able to proc an extra charge to get a teammate up so that I'll be able to pick up my hive again. I go 3-piece Providence with 1-piece Grupo, and then I have the Fox's Prayer knee pads with a Fenris chest for the assault rifle damage. Crit chance and crit damage is rolled everywhere with Unbreakable on the chest and Vigilance on the backpack. I have 3 crit damage mods, and you'll want to run a Revive Hive with whatever other skill you prefer. It is also advisable that one person running this build sacrifices their mask for the Coyote's mask so that you have 2 of these in your team because they can stack. Only one person needs to do this because we included the Coyote's mask on the Overwatch Opportunistic build. So we have 6 people who still need to be allocated. 5 of them will need this DPS build and the other person is running that Tardigrade build. Select 2 people other than the Tardigrade person to be on Lucy. You'll stand near this door here, and when it opens you'll go inside and climb up onto this box. There is not a ton of space up here, but jiggle about until both of you are happy that you can shoot Lucy when she comes in. Your job will just be to shoot Lucy and keep an eye on the 2 health bars so none of them go out of line. Somebody will be giving calls on this too, but you should also be watching it. The healer will be giving you heals, and you will not need to worry about Lucy's 360 spin at all. The other 4 people will be over on Buddy's side in this corner here with the Overwatch person. There is plenty of cover, and you'll also have the healer's hive. Get in cover and make sure you dodge Lucy's first 360 spin. This should then be the only one that you need to worry about. The Tardigrade person will start off at Buddy's laptop, and after the first 360 spin they'll need to interact with Buddy's laptop to get his eye and bring him into the corner. Everybody on Buddy will then shoot at Buddy and manage his health. Remember that there are 5 of you shooting Buddy and only 2 shooting at Lucy. You'll need to pause, and somebody should be allocated to give him verbal prompts to stop shooting if the health bar is going to go out of line. Everybody should be watching their health anyway, but this prompt will be for emergency. This method is super easy as long as you bring the health bars down together and you do not let them go out of line. If they do, Lucy and Buddy will both head back to the centre and things can get difficult. Now if Buddy's health bar goes out of line because he heals or Lucy has been shot too much, it is easy to correct because you just need to stop shooting Lucy and shoot Buddy to correct it. But if Buddy's health bar goes out of line because he has been shot too much, Lucy then needs shooting to correct it, and this is more difficult. Once both health bars are low and below 2 bars, somebody on Lucy's side needs to be in charge of the burn Buddy call. As soon as you notice the health bars below 2, you just make the call when Lucy is doing a 360. When Buddy's side hear this call, they shoot to kill Buddy, and then Lucy needs to be killed too. Sometimes the health bars are that well managed that this call is not needed, and you pretty much take both bars down together and kill them together. There is a wipe mechanic to this boss fight, and in the room there is a big screen with a timer on it. It is about 6 minutes I think, and if you don't kill the 2 warhounds in this time, you will fail, but I have never experienced this mechanic as you'll be finished within a minute or wiping to restart. And now it is time to show you a full run using all of these builds and tactics that I've just discussed. Remember to hit like and share on this video so others can find it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And remember, if you want even more help with raids, or if you just want to run with one of our many raid teams, then check out our community link that is in the video description and come and join us once you are finished. There are also links there for all of my builds discussed today if you want to see them in more depth, and to my other boss by boss guides for Dark Hours and Iron Horse. Enjoy the rest of this video, and until next time, stay safe and peace out. And we're ready.
Okay, ready to go, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pressing the button.
Autonomous security systems activating. That sounds bad.
Enough room, Pan?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Can you see?
I can.
Explosive seeker mine detected.
Okay, hit those laptops and get the dogs in position. We nearly fell off it.
Overcharge
I see
removed.
that. I was hoping you did.
Okay. Watch Lucy. Watch Lucy. Watch Buddy, watch Buddy. Nice. Go. Nice.
Easy.
Watch Buddy. Nice. Watch Lucy, watch Lucy. Nice. Burn Buddy, burn Buddy, burn Buddy.
Burn him, burn, 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 burn.
Detected.
Easy work.
Critical overcharge.
Oh,
detected.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna. I got absolutely shafted.